Hello, this is Bobo from Bobo's House Bushcraft and Survival. Today I am doing an unboxing of the Naturehike Opalus ultralight 3-man tent. So let's go through the specs and everything. So this is the Naturehike Ultralight Opalus 3-man tent. This is a tunnel tent. This is the orange version of the tent, not the green version of the tent. The weight when I got it in the mail was 8 pounds. It is made of 210T fabric. The fly and the floor are made of 2T10 ripstop nylon. The inner is B3 polyester mesh. The waterproofing is PU 3000 mm. Everything that should come in this package is the fly sheet, plus the inner tent, the footprint, one strap, 3 poles, 20 aluminum stakes, 14 ropes, and 1 carry bag. The dimensions are the inner tent is 93 inches long by 75 inches wide by 43 inches high. The fly sheet with the 73-inch long vestibule. The main room and everything weight is 165 inches long by 83 inches wide by 43 inches high. Packed up, it is 23.5 inches long, 7 inches wide, and 7 inches high. Now, one thing I want to point out in this video is how this was packed. It was wrapped in a thin styrofoam wrapping and then had 2 pieces of tape around it. As you can see, it didn't come in a box. I ordered this directly from the Naturehike website, and it came directly from China. It took about 2 weeks to get to the US and to me, which is pretty good with everything that is going on right now. The differences between the orange and the green is the orange is made out of 20D ripstop nylon and has a waterproof rating of PU 4000 mm. So, and it is a little lighter, so but it's about twice as expensive as this one. So it's a little bit better of a tent, but you pay twice as much. I paid $168 for this tent. I said directly from the website. On eBay, I think you can get it for $240 or $225 with a $12 rebate. So I still got it for quite a lot cheaper. Now, as you can see, I got the first piece of tape off. Now I'm looking for the beginning of the second, and I just thought I was going to have to just rip into this, which eventually happens because the tape rips a hole in the styrofoam. I'm doing a voiceover because I forgot to turn my mic on when I started recording. See, I'm like thinking to myself right here, I'm going to have to cut into this. It does take a minute to get it unwrapped. I pull off a little piece there. And I'm going to be doing a second part of this video. It goes into it. I'll do this. It'll be quite a long video, but I do the setup and everything. You can see I got the second piece off. And because it ripped, I just sort of shook it out of it. And this tent is quite heavy. They say it said 8 pounds when it was delivered, and on the website it says 6.8 pounds. I think it's pretty close to 8 pounds. I haven't weighed it, but I will. Okay. Now, There's the footprint, comes with it free. It goes under the main room of the tent. And the vestibule area does not have a ground fly or a bottom. It's just the ground when you set it up. So I bought I bought a second ground fly for that area. Not quite sure what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the tags that are on it, which really didn't tell me anything. Here we go now, I'm opening it up. The bag is made out of the same material as the fly. And I can see the strap, it's what's holding it all together. I do pull the poles out right here and the stakes. Pull out the stakes. They came in a little plastic bag inside the other bag. Now I did not think there was 20. I was like, wow. But they are rather small. But they didn't hardly weigh anything, all of them together. The stakes do say Naturehike on them. You can see they barely go in the palm of my hand. Well, they cover from my fingers to the palm of my hands, and I got small hands. So here I am counting them to make sure there was 20, because it didn't seem like there was, but it turned out there was 20 of them. So here I'm putting them back away. Sorry if you heard that. I am multitasking, so. Here's the poles. The poles are color coordinated, so there is 2 blue and 1 silver or gray, depending on how you want to look at it. The actual color is gray. And you can see I'm pointing out the strap that comes with it. Let's see, what am I doing now? I was just looking at it. See if there's anything else in there. Oh, I was looking for the ropes, and it looks like there's teeny tiny reflective ropes tied on the tie-outs. I'd probably replace those with some paracord. Or I probably will, but if I were you, I'd probably replace them. The instructions are inside of the bag, which is nice. They're stitched right in, so you can't lose them unless you rip them out. Here I am sticking everything back in the center. It goes right back into the bag. And now the bag is oversized, so there's plenty of room for it once you open it all up and go to put it back in there. There's plenty of room. You will see that later on. And just so you know, everything on this tent that is extra, like the rope to tighten everything down in the bag, it's all a little cheap, but the tent itself seemed pretty good quality. Here I am going through, giving this spiel about I'm going to do a setup video here in a little bit. Talking about how I can't wait to use it. Okay, here I am getting to the setup of the tent. I have a buddy of mine here to help me out here because I've never done this before. And I didn't know how hard it was going to be to do this portion of it, so you can see we were opening up the ground fly, putting that down first. And this is a mid-January day, so it's a little cold. But here there happens to be no snow this year. We have some up in our mountains, but first off, we set this the wrong way because we didn't know where the opening was. Now we got it the right way. And the inner part of the tent fits on it perfectly. My buddy's pulling out the vestibule area. You see the vestibule area is almost as long as the inner tent. Not quite, but it is a huge vestibule. Here we are getting ready to put some stakes in, which we were lucky the ground was not frozen. And funny enough, you'll see we've already made a mistake that we do correct here in a second. Sorry if you hear all this noise in the background. I'm trying to be as quiet as I possibly can. Like I said, I am multitasking doing this, so. That's my buddy's little brother. Now, we do not get this extremely tight. Wasn't too worried about getting it tight this first time. I just wanted to get it up so I could see what it was like. So I could get inside of it, and see what I had bought. So just keep that in mind when you see the whole tent. As you can see, we're going around. Just putting stuff everywhere, and then as our brother comes back out, we're to sort of check out what we're doing here. I say little brother, I don't mean like young. I mean, he is younger than us, but as you can tell, we didn't even look at the instructions. We just started setting this up. We've camped and hunted together for a few years now, me and my buddy. So we thought we could just set this all up, which it probably would have been nice to read the instructions, because like I said, we've already messed up one section on it, and we fix it. It's not like a permanent mess up. Okay. So I should be done with my multitasking here. Sorry about all the excess noise if you heard it. I might record back over this, but I don't know if I need to. Now you can see us, we're getting the first pole set up, and this is how we found out we messed up, because it was extremely hard to do. And you can already probably see the mess up. I figured it out right here. Like, oh, I think we screwed up. Yeah, this has got to go another way. And we're like, oh yeah, I should go under the tent. So there's these little things that prevent you from overstretching it. They're little like straps that go completely across, and we figured it out, and we go and move them all underneath the tent, because there is more than one. But they are great to have because they prevent you from overstretching it. So you're like, well, we're gonna should we just pull all of them, or just do it one piece at a time? Or just like one piece at a time. So we just pull those and sort of stick that under there. Now, I don't know if we should have stuck under the rain fly. I figured probably not. And like I said, I haven't looked at the instructions still. But the tent seemed pretty self-explanatory on what to do here. Now you can see that we get this up really easily. My buddy is scared to do it because it's brand new and it's not his, it's mine. So I go over and just manhandle it in there. So not knowing what you're doing and going to take this camping is set it up at least once first. So you can get everything underneath, you can get all the stuff set up correctly. I'm really curious what this is going to be like when I do this myself. I did get this as a tent for me when I go up hunting. And so because I like room in a tent, and I didn't want to have a giant, an 8-man tent. I thought this would be a little more low profile and take up a little less room. And here we are putting the other poles through, which putting the poles through is sort of a pain sometimes, but it wasn't too bad, as you've seen right there. As you can tell, there's 2 shorter and 1 taller. The 2 shorter were blue, and the gray was a taller pole. Now we got 1 more here to do, and I'm popping the pole slots together. Now doing this portion by yourself sometimes is a pain because you have to walk all over the tent just to get them through, but next time what I'll do is I think I'll put all the poles in first and then do the back one, then move up so I have them all in first. This was our first time, and we don't have it stretched out yet, as you can tell. Here we go. I can't remember what I was hooked on there. I'm unhooked now, and here we go. Boom. Now, that's still not the full tent setup. It's getting close. Grabbing some stakes so we can get this set out real quick. And you can see it sags in this one spot in the main area. That's because we don't have it tight. You can see the vestibule area is tight, and it will all be that tall if it was really tight, but we don't ever readjust it. We just get it up and go there we go. And see, he's saying just tie it out, it will be good. Yeah, which is true. But we're still putting stakes in. And you can see that helped a little bit. But the size of it is impressive. You can definitely get 3 people in here. For a 3-man tent, you can actually fit 3 people in. It is great. Unzipping the door, I did not realize there was 2 zippers, and they can zip either way. So I thought the one zipper was messed up at first. But it wasn't. It was just me. Now, I'm going to take you in. I was going to show you the vestibule, but I filmed that part wrong, so I had to cut that out. So you get the inside of the tent. But see, I was in the vestibule, and now I'm in the main bedroom of the tent. I can show you how high it is. I can sit up. I'm going to lower it a little bit here, so you can see how much room there is. I'm not even close to the back. There's tons of room. It is really big, easy enough to get out of. I'm a big guy. And there's one of your vents right here. And it has 2 doors, 1 on each side. And then there's another vent right there. And you can pop up the back and roll it, and it's just like a mesh backing. So if it's really hot, you can do that, and I'll show that when I actually take it up. Now here we are. We're going to take everything down and show you how it fits back in the bag. Said I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the vestibule area, but the vestibule goes from the door all the way out, which is pretty big. I mean, you can almost lay in it. Here we are talking about how impressed we are with the tent and the quality. I did want to turn a hose on, but like I said, it's way too cold. Still below freezing, so we can't turn the water on to test that. And just getting ready to tear it all down. Just like I said, just talking about it. As you can see, we're undoing everything now. That is, I believe, my buddy's cousin showed up at his house while we were doing this. Getting all the stakes together. We should have put the wrapped the vestibule up with it, but we do it like it was. We put the vestibule in its own bag. Now the tent poles, the back one was hard to get out. I had to sort of push in on it and get it to come out because it was like stuck in there. You see, I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated with it. But this is the first time doing this, and my buddy's already got the other two poles out. Trying to do it without having to pull the pole, you know, how the poles come apart, but he couldn't do it. He tried. I'm still fighting with this pole. I think I'm going to try it from the other side, and this is when I get it. I just sort of bend it inward. Boom, it came out. I think it was just the one side was in really tight, which is fine. I know I have to do it from the other side now. And it's still a pain to get out of there, but I got it. And here we go. But as you can see, I mean, for our first time, we're doing okay. I mean, and I think I just fold this up. He put the poles away. I do believe he puts the stakes away. He's ready to do that, which do the main tent. He's going along straightening it out, which it wouldn't be too hard to do by yourself the way we do it. I think we fold it in thirds and then roll it. I just sort of folded the ground file like you would a sheet almost, just in half and half and half, you know. And I'm sorry about the length of this video, but it did take us a little while to get it set up, and I mean, the unboxing took a little bit. But I wanted to show all aspects of this tent. And I will do a video where I'm testing it when I go out. It will be a little bit. I'm going out in May. Sometimes in May, where I live, there's still snow up in the mountains quite a lot. So we'll have to see. I do not have winter camping gear, so. But this is supposed to be a 4-season tent, which I've seen people use it in the snow. You just have to, there's no snow skirt, so you have to sort of put the snow up yourself. So here we are getting it up and onto there, so where we can fold it, get it all even. We're folding it in half, well, into thirds. Part up, and then all the way over. You can see there's a lot of air left in there. My buddy's like, gonna roll it up, and then he's like, hold on, I'm gonna just fold it here, and then I'll roll it. Because there's so much air in it. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna use the stakes, or the poles. Might as well put those right in the middle. I'm like, good idea. And you can see it's going pretty easily, but there's 2 of us doing it, and a bystander. Now, we did not put the strap on it, which we should have. See right here, we put the strap around the tent, but we didn't. We just stuffed it in the bag, and you'll see how easily it goes in the bag. As soon as we get it around there, it's sort of just the way it goes with the bag. See, look at that, and done. So there is plenty of room to get it back in the bag easily. Got there's the strap. I'm like, damn, we forgot the strap. Well, this video's over. I'd like to say please like and subscribe. If you already are subscribed, thank you for being a subscriber. If there's a reason you wouldn't want to subscribe to my channel, please let me know so I can remedy that. But guys, please hit the notification bell so you know when new videos come.